Okay, next we're going to take a look at the gallery. So if you look on the left-hand side, the second tab down is your gallery tab. So I'm going to click on this. And what you're going to find here is that in addition, you have several different topics here. One says My Content, which we'll definitely discuss. Gallery Essentials is essentially clip art that's sort of part of the program. And I'm going to show you how to search for that and add it into a notebook page in a second. The Lesson Activity Toolkit, these are pre-done lessons. So there's activities, there's examples, there's games, graphics. So if I was to go like into games, I mean, these are pre-done games that are already created that you can take a look at. We also have lesson activity examples, which is similar, but these are like lessons that are built with different, like this one is specifically for 3D objects. So there's 11 3D objects here. If I pull one in, okay, so you can play with this a little bit and you can spin it around. We can zoom in and out. So there's a lot of stuff in here that's new that hasn't been in here before. And like 3D objects is definitely one of them. Other things that are in here is one thing that is kind of interesting too is the Smart Exchange is now in here. Now, I don't know if you know what Smart Exchange is, but it's basically Smart's database of Smartboard lessons and activities that teachers from around the world have made and submitted to Smart. And so you can actually search the Smart Exchange database by clicking here, and then you can just search by keyword. So if I was going to do a lesson on plants, I would just type in plants or something a little bit more specific. And it comes up with all of these different lessons that are already done, and I can I can download these lessons and edit them and only use parts of them. It's just kind of nice because there's so much out here already that you don't always have to recreate the wheel. Although I will say that sometimes it takes a little bit longer to sort through and find what's good. But sometimes it's nice just to pull something like this up as a starting point, and then you can always change it and make it your own. But that is a shortcut here. I do want to just talk a little bit about the gallery. So if I go back, actually, let me just come out and go back in. So Gallery Essentials, basically, it's now broken down that it's not just clip art anymore. You have everything in here from pictures to interactive multimedia, and then there's actually full notebook pages and files related to different subjects as well that you can open up. And then they also have background templates. Now I can search for stuff in the gallery based on keywords. So I could say, oh, I teach history or mathematics. Let's say I teach math. So then I can go into math and I can say, oh, well, we're actually doing some stuff on statistics. So let's see what they have for statistics. And it breaks it down and you get lower and lower. The other thing you can do is just do a keyword search. So if I just typed in like algebra, okay, and hit this brings up everything related to algebra that's in the gallery. Let's do statistics. Again, we've got stuff specifically for statistics. So it's easy to find things this way. If I found something and I'm like, you know what, I'm going to use this so much, like I really want this, I can right click on it and I can say, add to my content. And then if I go up to my content, I have now 2 pictures in here because I added something previously. You can create your own personal little gallery of clip art and pictures that you use frequently so that you can come back to them easily. And I can actually create, if I click on this drop down, I can create folders within here. So I could say, you know what, I want to create a folder called Unit 1. And now what I'm going to do is click on Unit 1 and I can take, I can take items and I can drag them in to Unit 1. So now if I click on Unit 1, this 3D object is in here because I just dragged it in. Or you can actually take items like from your computer. So if I have a picture on the desk, I got a lot of videos on the desktop. All right, well, we'll try this one. I can drag that picture right in there. And now when it loads in, I should end up having 2 items. I've got one 3D object and one picture, and if I click here, there's the picture that I just dragged in. So you can drag in anything into your My Content, and it just makes it easier for you to find. I can also go into like the gallery, and I could say, oh, I'm in the art section, and, I want a picture here. Anything that's already in here, you can either just drag it up to your My Content or just right click on it and say add to My Content. The other thing that is useful is something like this. So I created this page, and let's just say this is a page that I use every day. I do a problem of the day. The only thing about this page that's going to change is the actual problem. So what I might want to do is kind of take this and save it as a gallery item so that I can just drag it out and use it day after day. And in order to do that, all I'm going to do is I'm going to come up here to File, and I'm going to say Export Page, or the current page you're looking at, as a gallery item. And what it allows me to save it as a file. So I'm just going to call this gallery item, and it says it's a gallery item. And it's saving it on my computer, but then all I need to do is located. Okay, I see it up here. There it is. And then just come over to my gallery, and I'm going to go to my content or wherever I want to save it, and just drag. I can either drag it in here or I can drag it in up here to a particular folder. And it loads it right in there. And now I'll be able to, when I click on my content, I will see it the next time, but I'll be able to grab that and use it and drag it out anytime that I want. So it's really important that you kind of play around with the gallery to see what's in there, particularly some of the interactive pieces, some of the new 3D things, and then try to start organizing your My Content folder to make it a little bit more relevant to what you're teaching.